I'm joining a live feed a little bit late for one of the political prisoners, if you guys want to listen.
I think America is slowly waking up. I was so afraid, I was terrified when I got on in here that they were just going to drag it out and people were going to lose interest and it would basically just be forgot about. But to know it's actually gotten bigger and it's gotten stronger and we're seeing it more and more every day. More and more people are waking up and it warms your heart to know that the sacrifices that you're making and the suffering that we're going through in here that at least it's doing some good out there and hopefully in the end will prevail.
I've got some news to give you. I'm going to have somebody else give it to you. Yeah, you know.
I don't remember what she said though.
Do you remember what
Yeah.
Carol just told us. Carol just told us that the charges that they were going to bring on Burleson and Todd Engel, they're not going to retry them. They're going to so counts 1 and counts 2 are going to be acquitted, and also and all the other charges that were hung on Todd Engel. So all those have been dropped. So we're praying that they do it for the rest of them.
Okay, so they're not. So what about the things they were found guilty of?
Well, we can't do anything about the found guilty except appeal because they accepted the jury's decision. So
right.
So we're praying that the rest of them that didn't get charged are going to be able to have the same the same of their hung charges dropped. We're praying for that. So keep praying, you guys.
Wow.
So the rest of them can be released.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely, yeah, that's what we're hoping.
It's awesome. We're excited. This Joseph, this call is all about you, so you talk about whatever it is that you want to talk about as well.
I think as we talked about yesterday, I think the biggest things right now for people to be focused on, and I think what needs to go out to the public is like I told you yesterday, we have absolute 100% proof that the U.S. prosecutor, Daniel Bogdan, the elected sheriff of Clark County, Joe Lombardo, and prior to the protest, of how they could actually frame and entrap the Bundys and their supporters. They discussed this at length. Bogdan told Daniel Love and the sheriff that they needed to get family members up there to pull those pins, and that was basically be what Daniel P. Love's job was to make sure somehow to get those family members up there to pull those pins so they could do exactly what they're doing now. This was all discussed and pre-planned before the actual protest. And as you're seeing, I think that's one of the major reasons why they don't want to bring in Daniel P. Love. They're doing everything they can possibly think of to keep him off the stand. You have we have a judge that is sitting on the stand saying that the Constitution is no longer applicable in her courtroom. We have a prosecutor that basically looked at the defendants and stood in front of that jury and told the jury that the First and Second Amendments do not apply to the defendants. This is exactly kind of behavior in our judiciary system that we've fought and this what this country is about, fighting against. So I think once we can get the main populace of America to see what's going on here, because so much is riding as far as our rights. On this one case, it has nothing to do with cattle or grazing rights or anything of that nature. It basically has to do with the future of this country.
Amen.
Joseph, those crimes that you mentioned,
Can you guys hear okay?
The judges and the prosecutors are constitutional crimes that we are holding them accountable, and we are recording them to come back and proceed with the constitutional criminal counter complaint because of those crimes.
Do you want to talk about some of the medical issues as well? I want to reiterate that.
Well, that's one of the things too. I mean, I myself, I actually slipped and fell. I tore a ligament in my arm. That was back in August of last year. I've been fighting to get medical care. I know Cliven And they literally brought him in and gave him a muscle relaxer and told him to go in and go back to bed. The medical conditions are absolutely horrible. That's one thing too. I think that's one of the reasons why God has us in this position, so we can actually expose the absolute misconduct and incompetence from these prison for profit facilities. So we have multiple things ongoing as far as legally. I know with my shoulder, I have to I'm continuously writing complaints and nothing's getting done, and I've had to turn it over to my lawyer. I hope the other guys are doing the same. But
Can you tell me how old Cliven Bundy is, the one that you were talking about? Because we do have some new audiences out here as well.
Can you repeat that question?
How old is Cliven Bundy?
How is he doing?
How old is he? How old is he?
I believe he's 72 now?
He just had a birthday in the end of April.
I could be off a year or two, but I believe he's 71, 72.
So he's a 72-year-old man that has slipped and fallen, and he's got internal bleeding, and they're just giving him an aspirin and sending him to bed.
Oh, absolutely. His sons had to actually stop. He's on blood thinners because of his high blood pressure. So they have to actually, for 2 days, they kept his medication from him. That in and of itself is not the greatest thing from a medical standpoint. But it was the only way they could get the bleeding to stop internally inside of his leg, because literally his entire leg turned just jet black. So, and of course, they just don't want to do anything. They will not treat you. So that's one of the things we're dealing with in here. We had Gary DeLumis actually had to get on the ground and do CPR on a gentleman that had a full-blown heart attack in the middle of the pod, and the staff here is not trained medically at all. They have no medical training. There's really nobody here aside from the small amount of staff at the medical facility, and they are not trained. They're not trained for emergency medical response, and they're very reluctant to do anything as far as calling an ambulance or doing anything of that nature. So.
And their hesitation to call for an ambulance or take you out to medical is because this is a for-profit prison, and you're cutting into the profits and the shareholders.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I was specifically told that they weren't going to treat me because I was protesting, and they had a gentleman that was he obviously had been watching the news, and he didn't like any of us, and he's like, he basically said that we had the audacity to protest against the federal government. They weren't going to provide us with medical care. Since then, they have fired that doctor. He's been let go, but we still have yet to get any kind of competent medical treatment.
Joe, I spoke to the Nye County Sheriff a couple of days ago. When you have those situations arise, get to the phone and dial 911, the county sheriff, and they will come and help you. But you have to call them.
Okay, excellent.
Okay?
Excellent, yeah. I'll let all the other guys know. We heard that they actually did a review of the case on Hammond, and we were told that they didn't find any wrongdoing. But I mean, as far as I'm concerned, anybody's kept into a shower for 13 hours handcuffed. I mean, there's no way that's normal procedure.
Oops, sorry about the hand, guys.
Hey Joe, my name's Mark Johnson. I understand you are a firefighter.
Yes, sir. I'm a retired firefighter paramedic out of the Chicagoland area.
I'm a retired fireman out of Las Vegas. I also responded to 9/11 like yourself. I'd like to go visit you on Sunday if that's possible.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Amen.
Well, remember my name. I'm Mark Johnson. I'll be in there to see you. And Joe, I just wanted to tell you that, when we've been out here, a lot of the people going to visit inmates in there have told us all similar stories. That this one lady said her husband had made 26 requests for medical, all ignored. So it's a common theme, and we're trying to, just let everyone know what's going on, man. We're doing our best out here. You guys hang in there.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's always a pleasure to meet a fellow smoke eater, so I look forward to our meeting on Sunday.
Yeah, you bet.
Yeah, he's really wanted to meet you and talk to you. And when he found out you're a firefighter, and he's like, oh yeah, he's going in. You're going to push all of us out of the way. He's kind of rough looking. He's taking his hand out, got facial piercing.
I was going to say that pierced nose.
Come on.
Yes.
Okay, so maybe not.
Don't believe that, Joe.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Shawna on the phone right now. Hi, Joe. It's Kelly Stewart. How are you?
Hi, Kelly. How you doing? We're hanging in there.
Good. Is your lockdown over?
Yeah, they just let us out, I'd say about 30 minutes ago, so I apologize that I wasn't able to get to the phone when I planned to, but
Oh, he's going to count us, you guys. Sorry.
You never know what goes on, but
Here's our buddy. He's going to count us. 1, 2.
Okay. Are you guys heading out for walk time, though, in 5 minutes? Do you see Todd in there?
What's that?
Do you see Todd in there?
Todd Eagle or?
Yes, Todd Engel. I can't remember if you guys are celled together.
No, actually, I'm in the pod with, I have, Drexler, Parker, and then I have my two guys from Arizona, Michael McGuire and Jason Woods.
Did they,
And then myself.
did they already finish their investigation and ask you guys if you guys are being mistreated?
Well, basically what happened is they said that people from the that work for the facility. My thing was I know how these people work, and what they'll do is they'll bring you in a room. They'll basically find out. They don't really care what happened to you. They want to find out how you're going to sue them.
Right.
And so they want to get as much information as possible. So I told them that we were all very eager to talk to them, except we wanted a third party, and we also wanted our attorneys present.
Good.
So.
Good for you. Good job. All right. Did you hear that they're dropping the charges on Todd and Greg?
People keep saying dropping charges. I'm trying to figure out those.
That's what I'm trying to understand too.
Yeah, that's, I haven't heard anything. I mean, I heard that they weren't going to go forward and try to take them back to court because I believe they felt that they still weren't going to get enough years out of them. But other than that, I mean, we're kept in the dark here pretty much.
No. My brother fell out of the bus.
Oh, no. That's not good. The women in the cell are gossiping, and I'm out here talking to the cute little kids, and I want to go hug them all.
They're only dropping the hung jury charges, Joe. So don't spread any false stuff. They're only dropping the hung jury charges, not the guilty.
Oh, okay.
On the two.
All right, well, I just want to say once again, thank you to everybody that came out and how much we appreciate you and how grateful we are to have you guys out there and how much it means to us. We love you all so much, and thank you for your continued support and keeping up the fight. So, I got to run now, but I love you guys and y'all take care.
God bless you.
Thank you, Joe. And you call anytime, partner. You let me know when you'll be okay.
All right, thank you so much. Love you guys.
Okay, I think you guys, I'm going to climb up a hill here. Hello, I have a really burned nose. I did the Jericho, more like, with me it's a Jericho trip and fall. Not really a march, but yeah, I kind of did a Jericho trip and fall, and it was awesome, 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 awesome. We stood back, some of you maybe watched different feeds. We stood back in the back and prayed and yelled and sang and whistled and hoped that the men could hear us. But I hope that you all understood what Joe was saying, is that they have enough evidence in their discovery that they've been, the Bundys were completely, totally, utterly, 100% set up. So here's the mountain flag. I can't remember what they call it. Liberty Mountain maybe. I don't know. Like I said, I'm really tired, you guys. I am live streaming still. Do you want me to turn it off? I'm gonna go play with Kelly now. Okay. Oh, sorry, honey. Oh no, I was over here, sweetheart. I can't hear. I can't hear what they're saying. Yeah. No, I was talking real loud. Well, that's funny. Okay, so anyway, you like the, yeah. Okay, so go back, watch from the beginning if you guys have time. There's some good information in there about the denial of medical care. Cliven Bundy, 72 years old last month, an April baby like me, so you know he's real special, just like I am. And he fell and tore some ligaments in his leg, and his entire leg turned black from internal bleeding. They took him off of his blood thinner medication for 2 days to try to get the bleeding to stop. So, you know, some pretty vile stuff going on in there. You guys have a wonderful evening, and if I am able to get into the prison tonight, I'm going to do it tonight. I don't know, there are other people who want to get in there who've been waiting and waiting. So it might be tomorrow before I get in there. But again, the challenge. Donna has already pledged $100 for me to get in that thing. The prison. Okay. The prison. Oh, wait, I got to do this. The prison right there. Okay. 3 foot by 3 foot. $100 for half an hour. So if anybody wants to pony up some dough, I am going to put it towards the bundydefense.com, because this isn't a fight for grazing rights. This is a fight for the Constitution. This is a fight for your ability to be able to practice your God-given rights and assemble. God bless all of you, and thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll talk to you all very soon. Okay, everybody. I don't have as many on my feed here as Kelly does, but we'll see if we can. Yeah. Okay, so we'll see. Oopsie, hey now.
They can all share to their feed.
Yep. Okay, everybody. We have, we're trying to raise $1,776 right now, and we have $876.
$900. So if each of you just gave $10.
Yeah.
$10, so we can get out. We can go eat, but I guess we can't.
Yes.
So you guys hurry up. We need it. Thank you guys for all that you're doing.
Yes.
We
Share
need
with all
to
your
raise
friends.
this money.
Get us out of here.
That's right.
How many hours have you guys been in here? How long?
Over
3 hours.
3 hours. 3 hours, people. 3 hours. Let's get them out. In the last 20 minutes, we raised for you, how much did you raise? 400 something?
Just raised 400.
Yeah, in about 20 minutes. So we know you guys can do it. Get this out. Feed it. Let's,
We really appreciate it. We'll be grateful. Thank you.
We'll feel really good about getting that much to donate to the Bundy Defense Fund.
yes. Come on, people.
Get these patriots out.
Let's get these people out of these prisons. Political prisoners out of CCA timeout room, you know?
They're abusing.
It's one short meal. Just get us $10. That's just for like lunch, you know?
Apparently they changed their name to Core Civic.
Yes.
Yes, they have.
Yes.
Civic is now their name.
Oh, it was CCA. Now they changed again. Okay. Well, that way you keep them guessing.
Yes.
This is how we have to get our prisoners out of jail, guys. They've been there for over 400 days. That's 16 months. They need to get home.
They haven't even gone to trial. They've been convicted of no crimes, and they're in prison, and they're abused and tortured, neglected. They had that. We just talked to Joe O'Shaughnessy today, and he said he tore a tendon. When last fall?
In his shoulder.
In his shoulder last fall. He slipped and fell in there, and he has yet to have any medical attention for that. And Cliven fell and did something to his leg, and Cliven is on blood thinners, so they took him off his blood thinners and gave him some pain medication
aspirin,
painkiller. But they said his leg was completely blackened, and he has yet to see a doctor. A man died in here because the help has no medical training. They don't know how to do CPR or anything. Some of the prisoners were doing it for this man who had a heart attack, and he died.
DeLumis did that. Jerry DeLumis.
And then what was it? Just the other day,
last week they had a prisoner pass away.
Yeah.
And it makes you wonder, because if they're not taking care of any of these guys,
wasn't he the
what's
one
happening?
Whose wife said he'd asked for medical help 26 times and then he died. They never got medical help for him.
Now, is he the one? Is he? There was somebody who passed away in there last week, I thought, who hadn't even been brought to trial. Was he the same gentleman? Or is that just a story that's got, right, haven't even been brought to trial?
Yeah,
right.
Like there's 90-some% of them that are just being held here until their trials, and a lot of them have been held for 3 years or more, and some of them then get released, so they're actually in prison and never go to trial, and they're in prison longer than they would have been in prison if they'd been convicted of a crime.
Remember what it's called? It's the Patriot Act. That's the Patriot Act with the NDAA, where they can put you in prison and hold you for an indefinite amount of time, and then with absolutely no charges. That is criminal. That is not constitutional. We have to restore our Constitution. That's why we're asking 1776. Great year. That's when we got the Constitution. Now we need to restore the Constitution. Please, people, reach in your pocket. You can afford $10. It's a movie and popcorn.
Barely.
Yes.
That helps, barely. If there's only one of you.
Yeah.
You want to show your hands? They've been in here for 3 hours. Look at the swelling.
Her ring is tight.
Yeah. Paws are swollen here.
But don't look at the wrinkles.
Yeah, no, there aren't. No. Yeah.
Working hands.
Yes.
Grandma hands.
That's right. These are grandma hands.
Grandma hands.
So
All right.
the Constitution itself was ratified in 1789, but that's the one that we have today. The Articles of Confederation officially failed because they had issues with proper self-governing, and so they had to figure a better way to help us govern ourselves. So that's why in 1789 they decided that they would convene again as the Congress and write the Constitution of the United States, which is right there.
Right there.
That's our Constitution.
Hi, how are you?
You know, anybody can read and study that. It's not a great big long book, treatise.
It's made for
plain
the
and
people.
simple.
That's right.
It's
for the people.
to learn and understand and stand up for.
You can read it in 30 minutes if you read fast.
If you got it this small, you can read it in 20.
The smaller print you can read faster, people.
In like
Did you hear that?
In the book,
I know I can.
in the book ones that they sell, the book ones they sell are a bit harder to read because you got the feel of a book. And this one,
Yes.
it's actually a pamphlet that you
Yep,
read.
check that out, you guys. And then there's another one. Does this one have
It has the bill, right?
the Bill of Rights? And then we also have the jury duties in one of them.
That one's
That's the Citizen Rule
but here's
Book.
the Declaration of Independence. This one was in 1776.
That's
on
the
July
original
4th.
Constitution, 1776. It was finished ratifying in 1780. That's because that's the original.
Yeah.
But, you know, we
Because that way
Everybody
for all
needs-
states to be signed in by
Everybody needs to get that Citizen Rule Book too and learn what jury nullification is, what your responsibilities are as a juror. So when you're called to jury duty, you know what to do.
So since some people
Absolutely.
might not have access to getting a jury rule book at the moment, do we think we can
You
explain
can
the
put it, it's online.
nullification?
You
Yeah,
can
you
find
can-
one online. The
Yeah.
Citizen Rule Book is the
Yep,
Constitution.
it's a PDF. You can even get the Citizen Rule Book on PDF. You don't even have to shell out the $2 or $3 or whatever it is to buy the copy itself. I order them by the case. So I don't know what they cost me. I order them by the case, and maybe $40 or something. I don't know how many are in there. But anyway, yeah, learn your rights, because if you don't learn your rights, you don't have them because you don't know them. Okay.
It's called Claim, Use, Defend. Remember, no rights if you don't claim, use, defend. Those three things establish your rights. Our Constitution is based on natural law. And that's the God of nature.
Yes. We don't need to get permits and permission to come out and camp on county land. And
Absolutely not. We're on private property anyway.
yep, we're on private property today because they threatened to trespass us and haul us off today in cuffs if we weren't gone by 1. So we solved the problem and moved. So help us solve more problems, you guys.
We moved about 40 feet.
We're not that far from where it originally was. They just didn't want us up the mouth. Probably because it makes them nervous. So
We were just up that road, not very far.
Take that document and you
Me, I was actually, for the first couple of days, I was, David Fleeman let us borrow his telescope. And I set up right at the edge of the road, and I was looking down at the intersection where people would turn in. And I was saying, okay, when we see John Lamb coming, we're going to change his name, and we're going to say St. John Approaches.
He's amazing. John Lamb, check out his Facebook page.
Yep.
John Lamb, the Bundy Ranch page.
She will not do
What else? There's more. Alethea Marsh. Alethea Marsh was active in the Patriot Mail Project. If you haven't heard of that, you sign up with Patriot Mail Project and just
write letters
once a week. Write to just one of the men wrongfully imprisoned. Just one letter a week to make them know that the American people support them, love them, want to be a help to them.
Just send them some good happy thing. They just love mail.
Tell them about your family, who you are, where you live, what you do for a living. Just uplifting.
Even draw a picture, write a poem, anything that makes so they know that they have touch with the outside world. They appreciate it.
They really appreciate it. Joseph, we had a live stream of his conversation today, and he called from out of the prison, and it's just wonderful. They just, he uplifted us. It was just amazing, and I don't know how they're staying so strong under those terrible, terrible conditions that they're living in. They're not fed well. Their commissary is withheld for any little tiny reason, which means that they can't supplement the poor food that they're fed. They have to buy it at commissary, and if they withhold their commissary, then they can't buy any food to supplement. And they're being malnourished in there, mistreated, malnourished.
They were on lockdown today. We believe it was because we were marching around the prison. Now, different things happen every day, but today they decided to lock them all into their cell. They were not allowed, so they didn't get to call out or do anything until after 5, and they were supposed to call at 1 o'clock.
So share this away, you guys. Share it away, and we're looking for $1,776 here, $1,776. We're about $800 away, or $900. I can't remember.
900. We're 900 short. We don't know. We're hoping everybody's putting out a little bit. We might be here a very long time. I don't want to sleep here. Would you guys hurry up, please?
And their hamburgers. Listen, people, their food is getting cold. They have not eaten all day.
Except for the strawberry shortcake.
Yes. Oh, that was delicious.
Yeah.
We're grateful for that. We're glad it's not 13 or 24 hours.
Yeah.
That'd be awful.
Yeah. These dear friends all know that Ammon Bundy was locked in a cell this size, a cold cement shower stall, no bars. It was a solid door for 13 hours with his hands cuffed behind his back. He was dragged out after 13 hours. He didn't have any food, any water, anything. He had to use the bathroom in the shower stall, the drain, to go to the bathroom. And then he was dragged out and ordered to strip, and he told the guards, I am not going to degrade myself like that. If you need me naked, you'll have to take my clothes off, which they did. They stripped him naked. They tried to stand him up and get him to put his hands above his head, and he couldn't do that because of having his hands behind his back for 13 hours. So they had to forcefully lift his hands for him. They threw him back in his solitary confinement cell, and eventually did throw his underclothing back into him, so he had that to put on. But if that isn't torture to him, I don't know what is. And
Dislocated shoulders.
Dislocated his shoulders.
And one wrist, I heard.
One wrist. His ankles were cut and bleeding because they had shackled his feet at one point. I guess when they dragged him down the hall, they had his feet shackled as well. It's a horrible thing. It's a horrible thing. So if you can help out to help pay the attorney,
Send money. Or we'll send all these little rugrats to your house.
You know,
Okay?
I really believe that
They're so cute.
If we get these attorneys on this and win this case, it's going to be a win for all of us. It's going to be a win for all of us. It'll be less likely to happen to any more of us. So, and we have a great guy here that knows what we're talking about. Maybe he'd like to say a few things to your friends.
Do you want
About
to?
the grand jury.
Well, tell me questions that they have, and I will try.
Well, nobody's asking any questions right at the moment. Let's see. So how about you were explaining today? I did tell people about the sheriff, the undersheriff coming over yesterday and telling us that we were going to be trespassed and we needed a permit. Would you like to tell us a little bit about that?
Yes. You recall that that officer says that he did not pass the test, right? Please go to the Nevada revised statute 282. And that officer is required to have an oath of office. That officer, to be an officer, he's required to have a bond, a surety bond. That surety bond is like your car insurance. So you, to be able to drive, you need to have insurance in your car. The officers elected or appointed to be officer and to hold an office, they need to have that insurance. That insurance is to protect you. All right? And he needs to own property. He needs to own a house, to be a judge, to be an officer, to be the sheriff. Read that chapter 282, and you will see that that house that he owns is the surety bond, so he will perform the job according to the law. If he breaks the law, then you can take that property and sue him. Read it and you will see it, and when you have that document in paper and you read to him, he will stop threatening you. And he will be sure that what he's saying is according to the rule of law, or he will lose his house. All right? That tool is very important for everybody start learning and get that document. And when your officer come to you and talk to you, the first thing that you gotta do to him is tell him, with all due respect, please sir, show me your oath of office that is required by law to be an officer. Second, you gotta show me your surety bond, that you own property, so we will be protected, that you will perform your job accordingly. With that, he will stop doing wrong things against you, because he knows that you can turn around and there you can read that you can sue them without a lawyer under your name. And that's the way that our founding fathers designed it, so we can protect ourselves from tyranny and from the abuse of these officers that we elected and or appointed over there to do a good job. Okay? Have any other questions?
That's fabulous. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Joaquin de Moreta. I am a statewide common law grand jury in Nevada, Oregon, Florida, and Idaho.
Wow, wow, fabulous. So common law court in Oregon as well.
Yes.
So you'd be able to, you'd come up there and help us in Oregon.
I did.
Yes, 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 you did.
I did. And we have the grand jury panel in Oregon. And it's the common law grand jury. Okay? Our founding fathers designed that to be in secret. Nobody should know their names. I am the grand jury administrator. Everybody knows my name. Everybody knows my address. And I am the voice of that grand jury. That grand jury right now is collecting all the crimes. You can go to our website, WeThePeopleCommunLawGrandJury.com, and you can see the crimes, the evidence, the felony crimes against these officers. That's what we are collecting, and that's what the grand jury is reviewing. when we have all the evidence and finish the crimes, because they jumped from Oregon to here to Nevada. And that's why we are here right now in Nevada, taking all the crimes that they are committing, like denying to have a speedy trial, like denying the right to confront the accusers, the right to have the freedom of speech, that you are not allowed to talk in court. All those are constitutional crimes that we are recording, and then we will file our criminal complaint in the jurisdiction that our founding fathers gave us, which is in the Constitution Amendment 7, no fact tried by the jury shall be reexamined in any court of the United States. And what we say as a grand jury, the 25 jurors, is final.
And so the grand jury that's impaneled in Oregon right now,
yes,
is reviewing
all the crimes.
All of them. Okay?
And the same thing we have here in Nevada. And if you go to Magna Carta, the grand jury is selected at our pleasure from our friends, the friends of the victims. And no member of the government, a judge, a clerk, a teacher, anyone who has a salary from the government, they cannot be members of that grand jury. That is designed by our founding fathers, so there will be no retaliation to those officers of the government to protect them.
All right, I think that was great. Hey, you guys, share. I don't have any, my battery's getting ready to go here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get my little battery pack and plug myself back in.
And don't forget us, we're still here.
I won't forget these ladies. I'm going to be back, and I'll be back. Okay, everybody, remember, bundydefense.com. We're going for $1,776 here. Last we heard, we were about $900 short of that. So I'm going to go check on the status, and hopefully we'll get you guys a little bit more of an update, and I'm going to get a battery charger, and we'll be back on.
Over and out.
Over and out. Peace.